In their reply to the Department of Justice, the Chamorro Land Trust Commission argues that contrary to the Justice Department's claims that the CLTC is racist, the term Native Chamorro is actually a political term that was defined by Congress. Here's more. Filed on behalf of the Chamorro Land Trust Commission, attorney Mike Phillips submitted an answer to the complaint lodged against them and GovGuam by the U.S. Department of Justice. The lawsuit is based on the CLTC's land program, a program that doles out 99-year residential leases to eligible residents. The federal government believes the program is racist and violates the Fair Housing Act because in order to be eligible, one must be a native Chamorro or a descendant thereof. DOJ says this is a form of discrimination because it means non-Chamorros are ineligible for the land program. But in their response, attorney Phillips argues that the term Native Chamorro was defined by Congress when it established the Organic Act of Guam, thereby extending American citizenship to the inhabitants of Guam. This, Phillips argues, could include both Chamorros and non-Chamorros. Moreover, he points out that Congress also has the power to annul or abolish any law established by the Guam legislature. Therefore, quote, Congress reserves this province for itself and has chosen to allow the CLTA legislation to remain valid, end quote. One example of racial discrimination the Justice Department referenced in its complaint is that of an African-American man who lost his home built on public land after his Chamorro wife died. Phillips counters that the CLTC lease was under the wife's name and that she had willed the property to another family member to continue the lease and left her husband out of it. The reason the husband was kicked out of the property was because the relative, quote, claimed the interest in the leases upon the wife's death to the exclusion of the African American, resulting in an intra-family dispute over the leasehold and the house on the property, end quote. Phillips is asking for dismissal of the lawsuit. And you can read that answer online at pacificnewscenter.com.